Team Kopish. It's Sunday, 7 a.m., the 15th of January, after the morning after the day that was. And I didn't want to send out a video straight after the game because I knew that I was going to say some terrible things. But I just can't believe what I just saw last night. It was literally the worst game I've ever seen any Liverpool team play. I've been supporting this team for over 15 years, and I've never seen a Liverpool team that poor in my life. No heart, no desire. We couldn't even keep the ball. What type of team can't, when they win the ball, can't keep it? It's ridiculous. I know everyone's blaming Henderson and Fabinho, but Thiago, we need to talk about Thiago as well. Thiago has been terrible. All three midfielders were atrocious yesterday. I love them all, but they were all terrible. I don't know. Brighton, all credit needs to go to them. They were the better team. They looked like prime Barcelona, They were just knocking the ball, playing out of defense like prime Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, where, would initiate the press, but they'll just play around the press, one-touch football, those triangles around our midfield. It was amazing to watch, and, we need to give them full credit. They were amazing, but we were shocking. Trent on the right-hand side, Robertson, Gomez when he came on. Konate is the only player. Konate and Alisson actually were the only two players who could keep their heads up, who can actually walk off the field with their heads up, even though Konate also had made some errors. But this team's gonna kill me. I've given up on top four. Top four is gone. It's done. It's dusted. We're gonna get out of the FA Cup against Wolves this week. Mark my words. And Real Madrid is gonna give us a hiding in the Champions League. If something doesn't fundamentally change with this football club, from the top to the bottom, this is gonna continue. We're gonna become like Everton is right now. It is absolutely terrible to see the type of football we're playing right now. I couldn't even get a good night's sleep because of this stupid football club. I love this team. This is my team. This is our team. And we can't stand and watch FSG do what they do. We can't stand and watch and agree to what Jurgen Klopp does. Jurgen Klopp just going crazy in press conferences because journalists ask a question. What is this? What is this? Jurgen Klopp is supposed to lead by example and be a shining light for all youngsters, for the whole team, for the whole backroom staff. But then he goes off a tangent and starts going crazy on a journalist. Like, what is this? Like, I think he's lost the plot. People say that insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And I can categorically say right now that Jurgen Klopp and his backroom staff is insane. They've lost the plot. They truly have. I love the guys. I love the team. I love everyone at the club. But something needs to change, guys. Something needs to change. They're killing my football club. They're killing our football club. I've had it. Anyway, thanks Team Kopish. All the best. Peace.
Big up, lads. So, when we played against Brentford, I said that was the worst game. Prior to that, when we played Leicester, I felt that first half and the second half were the worst games, or the worst two halves. Mate. What is this? And then today, against Brighton, what we've played? Well, this is the worst game again. So, Liverpool, they're just, they're on this streak of playing or performing at the worst level. And yeah, man, maybe it's not, maybe guys, it's not done yet. Maybe there are worse performances yet to come. Um, there isn't much analysis that can be done about the game. Just think of it this way. Prior to Jurgen Klopp's pomp, so his early days at Liverpool, maybe the first full season when he had, or the second season, those 2 seasons, when we used to play Brighton, we used to beat them 4-0. What has happened in today's game is pretty much the reverse. So Brighton's playing the pretty football. Brighton's doing, all the pressing and, the layovers and passes and, interchange of play, whatnot. And what are we doing? Well, we're just trying to defend, and we're trying to hoof the ball, long balls, and counter. There isn't much more to say about the game. Like, it's just sad. It's very shambolic, and I don't think it's the end. I keep saying this. I feel like that is why I said last time that I don't think even Gakpo or Caicedo or whoever comes in, there's not going to be any difference. Oh, by the way, Harvey Elliott. No Harvey Elliott slander. Why? Because he didn't play the first half, or he didn't. So that's the thing. It's not about individuals anymore. There is something bigger going on, and we might not know fully. I don't think we'll ever know fully, but look, I'll stop talking and I'll try and listen to the rest of you guys, what you have to say, because I'm just lost for words. Big up to the Kopish family, as always. Much love. Peace.
Good evening, everybody, to the Kopish community and Liverpool supporters alike. So, let's cut to the chase. I'm quite a calm, cool, collected kind of guy. Not many things faze me. I like to feel that I'm quite balanced. However, today's game has really unsettled my karma. Brighton 3, Liverpool Football Club 0. People, that was not just a victory for Brighton, by the way. That was an absolute annihilation. Yeah, as Cal says, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, let me try and break it down, because I think sometimes people are starting to misunderstand people's views, some people's comments, and almost like certain people within the Liverpool Football Club, including some of the players and the manager and the assistant manager, of course, who, for me, sometimes I would question whether he's the assistant manager, coach, whatever, or whether he's the man running things anyway. But let's not go down that road right now. It's almost like we can't question it because these people are untouchable. Okay, well, let me start to sort of like unearth this situation right here, right now, and tell you what I think. Simple and straight. First things first. Tactics. You know that 4-3-3, Jurgen, is not working anymore. The pressing is not working anymore. The high line is not working anymore. So what do? Okay, simple. We replace those players. So your 4-3-3, your precious 4-3-3 will work, because you then have people that have the energy and you have people that have the passion. Because that's important for me, because the game today didn't have any passion at all. But that's another thing I'm going to touch on. Or you change tactics with the players that you have. Stop shoehorning people in positions. Carvalho, you tried to get this brother last year. You didn't get him in January, so you wait until summertime. Play him now. We are left him on the bench for a catch call. What go on? Play the geezer. Linders. I seriously think this intensity business has gone to their heads. It's almost like, okay, the book says intensity, so we have to play like that. No, we don't. Who says we have to? I feel Sir Linders is running things now. It's almost as if Linders has now moved in to Klopp's yard. I know those conversations had in one of the the shows that you put on, because I'd watched them. It wasn't a live chat, but I'd actually listened to it. And it's very similar, and it made me chuckle. And I thought to myself, I'll go one better. It's almost as if Jurgen Klopp comes in, opens the bedroom door, and Linz is sitting on the bed. And he's saying to Jurgen, where's your remote controls for your television? Jurgen gives him remote controls. Thanks, Jurgen. Do me a favour, make sure you soak the peas for tomorrow morning and close the door behind you. And then all of a sudden, Jurgen is in the background, his wife going, Pep, I'm ready, and shuts the door. For me, that's what it's like. It's like my man has just all of a sudden taken hold of everything in relation to the coaching, the players that you're picking, the formation, the tactics. It seems that everything's just seemed to have buckled. Now, going back to something that I mentioned before previously, do we honestly think that, and I think I'd put it in one of the comments in the shows, do we honestly think that last year the team was so close in making history? They'd won 2 cups, they were in the final of the Champions League, and they were 1 game away of winning the league. So there was 2 games. That's 2 games, guys. 2 games that they could have actually won and become historians in relation to the Premier League. Do you think that because they didn't do it, and because there's the 2 games that they failed, because they did fail, that's just totally traumatized them, and the mentality monsters that we are classed as, or used to be classed as, gone? Do you think that what's happened last season has really affected them mentally, physically, and they just cannot get up to the fight and motivate themselves enough to be able to go again? You know, sometimes I see how they play, and it's almost like when the ball's there to be won, it's like, sure man, me not get it. Me can't run. Me not bother with that. That's in them because me too tired. Me play another game next week or something stupid like that. Guys, honestly, I am speechless. I really am speechless. Now, there's also talk I hear of the possibility that Jurgen Klopp might just walk. I was listening to a couple of his press conferences after the game today. Quite worrying, actually. And what's concerning for me is I don't know whether it actually is him. If it actually is him. Is it FSG? Or a mixture of both? I think it's a mixture of both. The days of the players, the Hendersons, the Fabinhos, the Oxlade-Chamberlains, I can name many more. The reality is, guys, they've been great servants for the football club. In certain cases, in certain situations, at certain seasons, in certain games over the last 5 years, some of those players have been integral to our success. Not anymore. It's almost like you need to replace this nappy because the nappy is drenched with all sort of thing in it. But you keep putting the same nappy back on. It's not going to work, guys. And it's the same thing. We need to change things. What have we got to lose? Let's just change it up. Let's have a think about things. He said something about a formation today, about putting Thiago in a 10. What? Thiago in a 10? You know, Thiago has the range of passing and control the game. Dare I say it like Pirlo. Pirlo couldn't run. Pirlo couldn't tackle. But he has the intelligence. So why not utilise him in those sorts of things? Okay, who's going to play alongside him? Fair point. But let's think of if we change the formation slightly. Like I said, we've got nothing to lose. We're losing anyway. So let's try something else. Anyway, guys. Thank you for your time. I hope all the Liverpool fans and the Kopish community have a fantastic remainder of the weekend. I know it's been very difficult for us today, and this is probably going to fester on us for quite some time, but you know, we're Liverpool. Always have been, always will be. These things will always crop up every so often, but we are where we are, guys. Blessings to everybody. Respect. And as always, smash that like button, peeps.